Hey Kiki. Hey Kiki. This is Kiki. She came from the UK. She is about 7 months old. She's going to be a little small 18-pound little lilac and tan carriage green girl. Well, not going to be, she is. And so, but I think she'll be probably 18 pounds fully grown. She's 14, a little over 14 pounds right now at like 7 weeks. 7 months, excuse me, it's 7 months. And golly, it's been absolute hell getting dogs from England. She has been stuck in England forever, waiting for her to be able to fly over because of COVID. She is from Debbie in the UK. We love Debbie. And Debbie has been so kind to look after this girl so well while we're waiting to get her over here. And she's a pretty thing. So I'm going to do this video because I want to talk a little bit about quarantining. It's going to pee for me. She's a good girl. She's so good. So well behaved too. Happy little girl. Right, so quarantining. So it's very important that whenever you bring a puppy or an adult into your home, that you quarantine that doggy from other dogs for 2 weeks. And of course, the important thing here, first off, of course, is that the puppy has, in this case, she's really a teenager. Isn't she pretty? She's a gorgeous little thing. She's looking so pretty. The cat's over there. The important thing is that she has, first off, she's got all of her shots. So she is up to date on all of her shots, including a rabies shot. And so when you come from England, that's very critical. I mean, rabies is always important, but you have to have a rabies shot coming from England. Okay, so now what do we do? So what we do is we absolutely keep her away from no nose-to-nose contact or playing around with any of the other doggies. Because we just don't, I mean, look, she's a healthy, happy dog, and I doubt there's anything wrong, but how would you possibly know? Let's say that she got something on the flight, and the incubation on that time frame is something in the order of 10 days. Well, just to be safe, let's call it 2 weeks. And that's why you do a quarantine for 2 weeks. And she's going to go mess around with these cats, and we're not going to have that happen. Come on, Kiki, let's go this way. Come on. Come on, Kiki. So when she got here, the very first thing that we did is that we had, look at these cats here. These cats have got these cats. Cats have got their backs washed up. Okay, so there's another thing about Frenchies. They're not very vocal, but they will get vocal when there's something going on that they're not used to, whether that be an intruder, another dog, human being they don't know. That's the time that Frenchies will get a little vocal. The rest of the time, they really don't bark very much. They're very quiet. The things that of course they do, you have to put up with is some snoring and some farting. Those are the two negative things about Frenchies. They're not very negative, but they're not very vocal dogs, and they're such playful, loving little dogs. And we're gonna get her. Come on, you're not allowed over those dogs. Come on, you're on quarantine. Okay, so there's an example of quarantine. We don't want any nose, even with cats. Because there are things that cats can carry that you can get that she could give a cat. Like, for instance, I don't know, I think parvo is transmissible between dogs and cats. But anyway, the point here is do the quarantines, be strict about it. I know that you want to take your dog out and play, but the places that I would not take a new dog to, even if it's not in quarantine, would be I would not take a dog to a pet park, to a doggy park, because that's a place where lots of other dogs have been. And unless your puppy is fully up to date and at least 6 months old, it doesn't have full immunity, and I would watch out for that. And of course, the other thing is places like PetSmart. Those are places that people typically have their dogs, and they've got to be careful about the vet's office. Another place, a really good place to be exposed to pathogens that you're concerned about. So, quarantine. So no, you're not going to go there. So we've got a cat over here. We're going to come. Let's go this way. Come on. There you go. Let's just go play. Come on. So, yeah. So the other thing here is when you bring in an older dog, you absolutely want to test for brucellosis. So brucellosis is a sexually transmitted disease. No, you're not going to go over there. Here comes the cat. No. Cat, go away. Come on. You silly dog. You're not going to that cat. Sorry, she's going to drop my video for a second, but I'm going to pick her up. Oh, come on. Okay, so brucellosis. Brucellosis is a sexually transmitted disease, and you don't know it's present. It doesn't show itself up where you know you've got a sick dog. It might have a bit of a cough, might have some flu-like symptoms, it might have no symptoms at all. But brucellosis, being a sexually transmitted disease, will absolutely wipe out a dog's ability and other dogs to have puppies. If you contract brucellosis, then you'll likely have girls that will go into labor and produce dead puppies or abort before they ever get there. Bad news. And you can't fix it. It's one of those things that once you've got it, like herpes, once you've got it, you have it forever. So, what do? Quarantine the dog, do a brucellosis test the moment the dog shows up, which you have to draw blood, spit it down, and silly cat. Sorry everybody. These cats are too friendly. Oh, cat. Come on, climb up that tree. Climb up the tree. Go. So yeah, got to draw blood, spin it down, run a brucellosis test, takes 5 minutes. I sell those actually on my breedersupply.com. I think they're like maybe $5 for 79 tests, not very expensive. Keeps in the fridge for a couple of years. Well, keeps actually in a cool place for a couple of years if you want to do tests down the road. But look, do a brucellosis test when you first get your dog. Then at the end of the quarantine period, do another brucellosis test, and provided both are negative, you're good. You can get a false positive on a brucellosis test, which means you just do another one. And there's other brucellosis tests that you can do that are even more accurate and reliable. Here comes another cat. So do a brucellosis test twice. Whenever any dogs come to visit us to be bred, we immediately do a brucellosis test. We do that every time anybody comes to visit us. We do a brucellosis test. We're very careful. We've never had a problem with it. All of our boys are, oh yeah, here comes Dammy. Oh, call her over there, would you? Yeah. David, go. Okay, here we go. David's messing with the cats. Oh, that's sweet.
I'm that ugly in the morning. I'm sorry. You better watch it. Come here.
So,
I'm a stink. I gotta
no,
go
she's just like that. I mean, she's just, you know, she's a loving dog, but she's just a little cautious till she knows what's going on. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Fraidy cat.
A little bit of a fraidy cat, but a loving fraidy cat, not aggressive.
No, not.
I mean, she's not into everything. I like that, right? She's just a. Yeah. Hey, keep away from the cat. We're talking about brucellosis. Yeah. So here's the other thing. You know, obviously, the first thing to do when you get a new dog in is go to the vet, have it checked out thoroughly. Have it checked out for its fecal test to make sure there's no parasites,
Knees,
no worms,
hips,
knees, hips.
ears, eyes, heart.
Yep. Lungs, mouth, palate.
You said fecal test. Yeah.
Fecal test,
Yeah.
yep, just all of that stuff. I mean, it's a routine test.
Yeah.
I think our vet charged
Take
what?
your shot records with you and your worming.
Yeah. What does our
worming.
vet charge? $50, $60 for a
Medical records.
for a checkup? Is that right?
Anyway, well, it varies from different places.
Yeah, right. But that kind of money.
Cheap feed.
But look, here's the deal.
$35 to $50.
Don't skip on it, right?
Yeah.
Don't skip on it. And most people, they guarantee. Most people's guarantee that you get requires that you have a guarantee with our puppies that says you've got to go take that dog, you know, within 48 hours or a reasonable time frame if it's over the weekend to get that dog checked out, because you know, if there's anything wrong, we want to take care of it immediately.
You know what day your puppy's coming in, make your arrangements for your vet.
Right.
Within.
Yes. Do a brucellosis test on older dogs. Any dogs that are going to stay with you, do a brucellosis test. Don't muck around with this. I can tell you a horror story about a friend of ours, had schnauzers, had spent years developing the line she wanted. She brought in a stud dog. Unbeknownst to her, that dog had brucellosis. She then started having lost litters and dead puppies, and guess what? She tested for brucellosis. Every single dog that she had contracted brucellosis, and that was the end of that breeding program. The dogs were fine, but they just couldn't be used for breeding anymore. So very, very sad situation. So don't, no, for the sake of if you go to the vet, have a brucellosis test, $50-$60. That's all it costs you. Not very expensive. If you buy my kit, you can buy 5 test kits for that kind of money and put them in the do them over the course of however many years you need for other doggies that come in. But don't skip on the brucellosis test. Unlikely that you're going to get it. I think it's more prevalent down in Florida and the southeast part of the United States.
And kennel cough. Do the kennel cough
Yes.
and brucellosis.
Well, that's the other thing, shots. So this girl here had her shots at 9,
Yes.
6, 9, and 12 weeks.
Yes.
And then when's the first rabies? Is that 6 months?
No, that you always say
Yeah, I
that.
know. What is it?
15 weeks.
15
because
weeks.
you do your shots at 6, 9, 12, 15.
Okay.
Those are the 5-in-1 shots with puppies. And then at 15 weeks is when you can also get the rabies shots with that.
Yes.
But always, you know, do your brucellosis test when you're bringing a female in that's an adult female.
Right.
And then also do the kennel cough.
Yep.
And I know it's in the shots also, but just to be...
Can you call her away for a
double
second?
check. Come on, baby. And when you do your shots, come here, Kiki. Kiki, Kiki, come here.
Come
baby.
on, Kiki.
Here, I'll get on
I'm
the
being
ground.
attacked by a dog.
So when you're giving your shots, make sure you do them 3 weeks apart. 4 weeks is okay. 3 weeks is good. So that's 6, 9, 12, and 15 weeks on your puppy shots. Don't do them 2 weeks apart because it doesn't work. It's not enough time.
Yeah, if you do them
Separate
too
that.
close or too far apart,
Right.
you mess up the shots. They don't work. That's right. So, you know, vets
Yeah.
have now. What shots do you use? Well, you can go buy shots on places like Animal Revival. You can get a 5-in-1 or a 7-in-1 shot.
5-in-1's best.
5-in-1 shot costs like $7. They do have this.
After you've had the 15-week shot, it's once a year booster shot.
Oh, get her away from
You're gonna have to get up. Come here, Kiki. Come here. Help Mama move the plant.
Yeah. All right. So what else? Anything else we need to talk about dogs? Anyway, that's Kiki. We just want to show her off. You think she's beautiful. Now, what's Debbie's name in the UK?
Debbie Hunt.
Debbie Hunt. Debbie Hunt in the UK.
Yes.
She's a great girl. In fact, we got 2 doggies from her, and one of them we're having a hard time getting over, and so that dog's actually going to stay with her, and we're going to co-own that dog with her. That's how what we think of her. We think she's wonderful. She's a great person. So if you're looking for some special dogs, right now it's a bit hard getting things.
Debbie Hart.
Debbie Hart. Sorry, Debbie Hart. Right now it's a little hard to get puppies over from the UK. So
Hi, Debbie.
I would wait for a little bit until.
Kiki, you say hi, Debbie. And your sister Coco. Hi. Yeah. It's a cute little ward.
Yes. Anyway, yeah, there we go. So just make sure that you do the right thing on this quarantine. It does matter. It really does matter.
Yes.
So right now we've got those 2 little boys, the 2 little Merle and Platinum boys. They can't play together. They've got another 3 or 4 days to go, and they can see each other, and they absolutely want to play together, but
No, stay right here.
not going to happen for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Say bye, Mama Debbie.
See if I can get you all in
Say
the picture.
kiss Coco for me.
Yes.
Kiss Coco for me.
Yes. So she's a Coco lilac. So she's little CO, little D, little D. Big E, little E, AT. Is she AT? She isn't she?
Yes, she's 80.
AT. You can tell an AT dog because they have these whiter tan points versus an ATA dog tends to be more of a tan color.
Yes.
So anyway, there she is. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Remember, My Breeder Supply, Love My Pups is who brought this to you. If you like our video, subscribe to us. And hey, important thing is be nice to your animals. Bye everybody.